All right, aloha. Today is day 19, and the theme is spontaneity. So, in honor of the theme today, I thought I'd try and shoot the video while we're out in nature here. So, I'm out doing a walk actually in my neighborhood. If you look down behind me at the end of the road there, that's ocean blue. It's the Pacific Ocean. And then if I spin around this way, that's a Haleakala there for everybody to appreciate. So why don't you enjoy today's technique of spontaneity. And I'm just really going to talk about a technique called auto, which is recognizing the automatic nature, our expression, and the way we express ourselves. And not just verbally, but physically and mentally and other aspects of expression. I'll get more into it here in the video. We'll see you there. All right, aloha, day 19. Instead of jumping right into a meditation practice, we are going to do a little bit of the practice of auto to help sensitize you to the nature of auto and give you an idea of how you can do it. But really, I'm just going to do a kind of a brief overview of auto. We'll do the sensitization exercise, and then I'll invite you to go out and try and practice it on your own in whatever environment that you think will be most practical once you hear what it is and how to do it. So auto is its kind of own category of techniques within the family. And it focuses, instead of like normally we're focusing on our perception, how we perceive our sensory experience of the see, hear, feel. In this case, all we're doing is focusing on how things automatically happen. Our automatic motor expression, much like my hands, just kind of went on their own. And now imagine trying to observe the automatic nature of that. It can actually be kind of tricky because once we start observing it, we can tend to start changing it or manipulating it, much like if you've ever tried observing your breath, and it seems like as soon as you start observing your breath, well, then you start to change it, right? You need a little, breathe a little deeper maybe, or you feel like taking some control of it. So we can focus on voluntary or involuntary actions, but for this practice, it really can be more insightful to work with the involuntary stuff, and you can maybe have some more interest, find some more spontaneity, and it's can be a little more playful when we're working with that, the spontaneous arising, the automatic nature of our motor expression. So, that's it in a nutshell. Basically, is you doing things and then trying to observe the automatic nature of those things happening, of my hands, right? So if I tried to catch myself moving my hands and notice, right, really soak into the automatic nature of that happening, watching it happen without much motor function, without much intention on my part. Yeah, lost for words. Anyways, so yeah, auto. It's its own special technique, and it actually I did it for a month straight. And at the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing. I was struggling, and I didn't connect with it. By the end of a month, I really appreciated it, and it really opened up my eyes to how automatic so many of the things that we do in our nature. In fact, just as I was starting this, the dog was outside the door whining. And ironically, we just got back from a walk. So I didn't know what she was whining about, but I felt some frustration rising up in me automatically. And I noticed it took a minute. And because this is the topic, it was at the front of mind that I was like, oh, automatically arose up with me. That's interesting to see how that rises up. And as we meditate, right, we're taking time to be mindful of our actions and the things that are happening with us. So it was very interesting to watch how that automatically happened. And yeah, and it can be very insightful and very interesting to once you start transitioning this practice from simply trying to observe the automatic nature of walking to all sorts of automatic motor expressions that we have. And motor expressions can even include things like, lyrics or melodies or epiphanies that can automatically generate right in our mind. But in this case, for you guys to do this meditation today, I'd invite you to go out and do a walk or some kind of play out there, wherever you got some room to roam around. If that's sledding in the front yard or jogging on the beach, however that is available for you. And then while you're doing the activity, intentionally train your awareness on the automatic nature of your motor expression. So if you're running down the beach, try and watch how automatically your arms swing, how automatically your legs move. And you might even start to notice that there's some unique qualities unique to you about the way that you move. Or if you're sledding down the ice and you want to turn and you feel or something goes off balance and you see yourself automatically shift to balance or to save yourself or something of that nature, right? If you're doing this with the majority of your attention or a percentage of your attention, trying to track the automatic nature of the way your motor expression through the experience, we can call that a meditation. And if you can dial it 100% of your awareness into it, well, then that's gold right there. But with the auto, I tend to do it when I'm doing activities. And so, a little bit of attention towards the activity to keep it safe, of course, and then enough of attention kind of toggling back and forth to checking in on my body as it's automatically doing what we do. So yeah, that's the gist of it. You go out, you do something, but the meditative part of it is you checking in and dropping in on yourself to see how automatic this motor expression is. So watch out, it can be challenging. Like I said early on, when you start to try and watch it and observe the automatic nature of your motor expression, it can actually modify it or change it. So sometimes I kind of trick myself and it's almost like I peek at it, and then I, before it changes, I go back to whatever I was doing and I peek at it. And over time, you can extend the duration of those peaks into the automatic expression. And the more you practice, the longer duration you can extend, and then you can fully observe it for longer periods of time. So give yourself a lot of slack. It can be very subtle and challenging to actually capture that automatic nature of happenings. So with that in mind, let's just take a few seconds and a few breaths, and we'll settle into position. And just do a little sensitizing. So maybe, for auto, one thing that's always happening that's automatic is your breath. You try not breathing for a minute and your body will automatically take over and start doing it. And you can witness that. Or maybe, you got your eyes still open and your eyes blink. And when your eyes blink, it's an involuntary action, but there's this automatic nature to it. It's just happening. That's what we're trying to capture. The just happening of that expression. Or maybe it's a swallowing that just happens. Or my hands just automatically went out as I was talking to express physically what I was vocalizing. And it's funny, sometimes the speaking in itself is automatic behavior, a transition from concepts to just expression when you're not necessarily putting a lot of thought, but you're just expressing automatically. So sit with that for a sec. Does your body adjust? Do you get an itch and automatically reach to itch it? Where your eyes blink? Just try and sit still for a few minutes. Observe how many little things that you do and how automatic the nature is of those. I'm hoping you got a little taste of what auto is and a little understanding. There's more to be explored as you start to explore it a little bit. It starts opening up a lot wider. Like I said, give yourself some grace. It can be challenging, it can be subtle, and it can be tricky. So the other thing is, have some patience with it. Go out, have some fun. It's something you can do anytime with any activity. It's just kind of check in and observe the automatic nature of it. Just stay safe. All right. Aloha. Day 19. Get out there, have a good time, play around, and recognize the automatic nature of your motor expression. See you tomorrow on day 20. Aloha.